Hello, my amazing art friends. For this lesson, we're going to be learning all about the artist Angie Rozelaar and her series of cats. I figured since we just learned about George Rodrigue and his blue dogs, it's only fair to now learn about an artist who creates cats. Angie Rozelaar uses a lot of the elements of art and principles of design in her work, but we're going to be mainly focusing on the principle of design pattern. A pattern is when something repeats over and over and over again. You can create a pattern with lines, shapes, colors, objects, symbols, lots of stuff. You have to repeat it over and over again. And so an example of a pattern would be square, circle, square, circle, square, circle. Notice the square and the circle are repeating over and over and over. An example of something that is not a pattern would be square, circle, triangle, square, circle, because there's that extra triangle in there that doesn't get repeated, and so it's not a pattern. All right, so we're going to be creating some patterns in our artwork today, and in order to do that, we're gonna have to use some of the elements of art, line and shape. All right, friends, I can't wait to teach you about our artist, so let's get started. Angie Rozelaar. About the artist. Angie Rozelaar lives in Normandy, France. She's an artist, illustrator, and designer. She loves making art about cats, and her art is very fun and whimsical. Rozelaar creates her art in the studio, and then she scans her images into the computer and edits and collages them together digitally. She's very much inspired by other artists and recreates their style using cats. Here we have Piet Mondrian, Pablo Picasso, Jackson Pollock, and Frida Kahlo. Rozelaar also uses a lot of patterns in her artwork, and this is what we're going to be looking at today. Here is her Cats in Sweaters series, and so you can see each cat is in a different position, and they're all wearing different sweaters made of patterns with lines, shapes, and colors. And so this is what we're going to be creating today. I'm going to show you 2 different ways that you can draw an Angie Rozelaar cat. You only have to pick one. All right, friends, now that we've learned all about our artists today, let's get started. Friends, to start with your Angie Rozelaar cat, you're gonna need to get a plain sheet of white paper, a pencil, eraser, and a black marker to trace. So, like I said, you can draw an Angie Rozelaar cat in 2 ways. So we can draw our cat horizontal, and so he's like walking, or we can draw our cat sitting, so he'll be vertical. Both cats have the same body shape. It's kind of like a jelly bean. And so I'm gonna show you how to draw both, all right? So if you wanna draw the sitting up cat, go ahead and fast forward to that part. If you want to draw the standing cat, then we'll start right now. All right, so when we are drawing, we want to make sure that we are using light pressure on our pencil because we are going to need to do a little bit of erasing. And with our cat, we want to fill the whole page so we can really see the different patterns in their sweaters. So we're going to start with kind of like an oval jelly bean shape. And so I'm going to sketch the shape with my pencil. So I'm barely pressing to make the jelly bean shape. Kind of a weird oval shape. All right, so that looks kind of like a jelly bean to me. I'm gonna extend this out right over here to make it a little bit bigger. So like I said, we will need to do a little bit of erasing, so that's why we need to press lightly with our pencil. All right, so now I feel like I have a pretty decent body shape, and so I'm gonna make this side the head. So I'm gonna add 2 triangle shapes for the ears, and then erase the line where they connect and add a little triangle inside. And Angie Rozelaar's cats have these really big eyes. So I'm gonna add 2 really big circles and then 2 really big pupils on the inside as well. So they kind of look a little funny right now, but that's okay. And I need to give my cat a tail. And so I'm gonna make sure and erase that line where the tail connects as well. And I'm gonna draw an oval for the nose and two curved lines down for the mouth, okay? So I need to draw my cat's legs because he's gonna be walking. So I'm gonna make some rectangular shapes with curved edges for his legs. And cats need 4 of them. And Angie Rozelaar's cats typically have these little short legs. All right, so now I have my legs, my body, my face, my ears, my tail, but oh, my cat needs his sweater. So I'm gonna draw a curved line to start the sweater, and then I'm gonna also add a curved line at the bottom to end the sweater, okay? And so now here's the fun part. I get to add all of my patterns. All right, so when I'm making the patterns on his sweater, Angie Rozelaar's cats have them sectioned out. So I'm gonna start by drawing a couple of lines. So I'm gonna match that same curved line to show the curve on the sweater. That my cat is round, he's kind of chubby too, he's really cute. And I'm gonna start adding patterns with different lines and shapes. So here I can make a pattern by repeating these rectangles over and over again. I can make another pattern with lines. I could make a zigzag line to repeat over and over again. And the zigzag line creates little triangles inside as well. I could make a pattern of circles. I'm making a big circle and a little circle. Your patterns can be whatever you want. I don't want them to be the exact same as my patterns. I want you guys to come up with your own versions, all right? And once you finish adding all these different patterns on your sweater, what you're gonna do is you're gonna use your black marker or your Sharpie to trace all of your pencil lines. And you can color in the eyes and the nose, all right? So at the end, it should look a little something like this, all right? All my lines are traced and outlined, and I can even color in his nose as well. All right, friends, so that's how we draw the cat who's standing. Next week, we're going to add color and a background and finish them all up. If you're drawing the standing cat, you can go ahead and stop the video and draw your own. If you're drawing the sitting cat, then I'll show you how to do that right now. All right, to make my sitting cat, I'm gonna draw the same shape, but instead of my paper being horizontal, I'm gonna turn it to be vertical. All right, and I'm still gonna draw that same kind of jelly bean shape, that oval, and making sure that I'm sketching with my pencil to make sure I get the right shape and I don't have to do a bunch of erasing. All right, so I have this little jelly bean shape. Feel like it is pretty good for my cat's head and body. And now I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna add ears with some triangles. And then I'm going to erase the line where the triangles connect to the head and add baby triangles inside. All right, and then I can make my cat's tail coming out this way or this way. It looks like his body is turned this way, so I'll make his tail curve out down here. All right, and I'm gonna, same thing, erase the line where they connect. And I'm going to give my cat some big eyes, just like Angie Rozelaar, really big circles. And then really big circles for pupils on the inside. And then the curved or the oval nose, and then 2 lines down for the mouth. And so now I have my cat's body. I'm missing his front legs, but we're gonna do that in just a second. I'm gonna add the curved line for the neck of the sweater, and then the curved line down at the bottom for the bottom of the sweater. And then our cat's paws are going to be coming down on the bottom. So I'm going to draw a curved line to create a paw shape and then erase what is behind it. And then I'm going to add another one because our cat has two paws. And then erase what is behind it as well. Right? And I'm going to add some little toes for my cat as well. All right, and so now I can add the patterns in this sweater. You can do the same thing. So I'm just gonna curve different lines to make some sections for my patterns. And I can add some different lines and shapes to create patterns in my sweater. Remember, our pattern has to repeat the same thing. Once you finish adding all your patterns to your cat's sweater, you're going to do the same thing and trace it with your black marker so it should look something like this. All of Angie Rozelaar's cats are different, and some cats are gray, some are orange, some are brown, some have stripes, and so you can make your cat however you want. Here I added some lines because my cat's gonna have a big white spot right here. And whenever you use your Sharpie, make sure to color in the pupils and the nose and trace all those pencil lines, all right? And then next week we'll add color and the background and finish up our cats. All right, friends, I can't wait to see what your little kitties look like. I hope you have fun making your patterns. Happy creating.